Just gonna fill up the cup with a little bit of homemade coffee here for my bud Danny and me. Danny, he don't take sugar. I do. But we both take milk. Never close yours anymore when I kiss your lips. Remember when they stick the big needles in your back? Stuck the big needles in your back? 8 inches of chrome torture. Right in this back. I don't know how he took it, but he did. I remember you going to the doctors all the time. And you'd tell me that they'd put these big needles in your back and it would be like excruciating pain. Right? We're gonna do a little kicking ass here. And I'm gonna toast those little suckers. Should've toasted them right away. Oh man, my junk. Oh yeah, you gotta love it. Okay, shut up here, I gotta take the shot, and this is a very important shot. I just don't feel comfortable with that thing in my mouth, you know? It's like very intruding. I'm trying to play a game here. What buzzes? What buzzes are you talking about?
I was at work and thinking about you going to be operated on at a certain time, and all of a sudden I was filing and I got the hairs on my arm stood up and I knew it was you, and I got really upset and I phoned the hospital, and I figured, you know, you hadn't been operated on yet because it wasn't the time. But when I phoned the hospital, they said they took you in earlier and the operation was then over. And so I figured that at the time that happened, that maybe they were putting the knife into you then when I thought of it, because it was quite a coincidence that that happened around the same time that they took you into the operating room. Anyway, I was sick for 2 weeks, and I realized it had to be that drug. And I never wanted to take it, and they would make me take it. So every time I would take it, a while later, like maybe an hour or so later, I'd be really sick, bringing up. And finally, the nurse came in, and I said, I'm not taking this anymore. And I told her what was happening. I said, there's something wrong here. And I had lost pounds. I mean, I wasn't very big as it was. I was getting so thin, and the doctors were worried. And finally, they took me off it, and it was that. I knew about the one nurse. and she wanted a neurosurgeon to see you. Yes, and she talked to him and said, I wish, you would look at him, because she said, look at him, watch him. They were testing how you moved your legs and stuff. And they said there was definitely something wrong. But it was ages before they operated. I couldn't understand that. That must have been hard for you. And I said to the doctor, can I go home and tomorrow? And he looked at me and he said, I tell you what, if you can get up and walk and go to the washroom, you can go home tomorrow. Well, you have no idea. I thought I was going to be brave, but I was so weak. And I had to get up and go to the washroom. The nurse was there. Oh, it was like you had nothing here, nothing.
That was a huge fight. I'm moving. Holy Christ. That was huge. Oh,
Cleared the whole campground.
Let's light some matches.
Did you ever sing in a choir?
Oh, I used to sing at the very back of the choir because I had to, because I was the minister's son.
I mean, you couldn't sing at the front?
Well, I mean, they couldn't hear you, so it didn't matter if you stood at the back, you know.
Holy shit.
God is dead and the war's begun.
Same to you, buddy.
Yeah. Same to you, buddy. Jamming.
Because like, what do you need instruments to jam with? You can use
That's
your voice to do it. Your
What's
mouth.
better than firecrackers? I don't think I can make any of those sounds.
The laughing loon.
Why is it so hot?
I don't know.
This
That's
is
hot?
Feel it.
What is?
Why
Holy
is that
shit.
so hot?
That's right. No, where'd that come from?
What is going on?
Oh, another disaster has befallen us.
I was scared.
Well, you guys kind of overreacted there a bit, I think. I think not, because what if it was flammable? You don't know that.
Well, it's not like I'm lighting it on fire. I was just lighting my
Yeah, but if it's flammable, it doesn't. It can be even just close to it and it'll light off.
Have you got adhesive tape? Like for gauze and stuff?
It's good to you?
No, bandages.
You got real bandages, not those.
Yeah, real bandage. Skin. New skin. You could put new skin on there.
Yeah, these.
One little real bandage to do it.
Whoa, guy.
Lindsay, what are you
You're
doing?
bound to determine it. I was just finding the
Well,
little
yeah,
hole.
but you're trying to burn another
No,
hole.
no, no. I was pointing
Yeah,
right
on
there.
purpose.
You almost did.
Burn another hole.
Why don't we do it in the road? Why don't we do it in the road?
Why don't we do it in the road? Why don't we do it in the
Jeez, you guys, feel the inside of this toilet roll. It's hot.
No one
Really watching me? Why don't we do it in the road?
Feel the inside of the toilet roll.
Ugh. Hey, get out of my drink, you slimy.
There was some guy that did this perfume, and it was Detroit or
He was a genius. It's the essence. No, it was some other place, and it's the
Essence of-
essence of I don't know, Cincinnati or something. or-
somewhere in Ohio, or
It's the essence of this town.
didn't he just pissed off and he now won't sit beside me?
No, Jan, it's pretty hot over there.
Yeah,
Even though you don't notice it.
Is that you, Eva?
No.
Oh, yeah, right, Eva. Oh, excuse me. Look at her. She looks right at me and she goes, "Oh, yeah, right, Eva." And it's still warm. How can you say that with a straight
Just to recross your legs after that.
The rocks are warm.
Yeah, Eva, what are you doing with the flashlight?
Somebody else was.
Lindsay, I'm glad you pulled that out of there, because what if that had kept getting hotter and
What would
hotter?
have
Oh, it would have probably burned up.
lit on fire?
Bass Neanderthal feeling that goes through you when the electric guitar howls. A style all its own. Stylish doesn't sound very good when you're wearing studs and leather and chains and shit. Devil worshippers, they sing about the devil and all this. Singing about the devil, kill. But I didn't see any kind of thing like I ain't gonna go out and, skin a cat, kill yourself, stick the gun in your mouth, pull the trigger, bang. You're dead. We made you do it. That's almost like cult status. Interesting footwork and that, but artistically, song-wise and that, they can't hold a candle to something like Stairway to Heaven or something. You just can't. How much do you think my tickets for Yes cost? I was shocked. What? Oh, movie time. The front of the house in the movie and the back of the house in the movie are two different houses. Because I climbed up the fence and I looked over. It was a corner house, not a big lot, maybe twice the size of this. They had a pool. The house in the movie is a completely different house when you go in the front door. It's the most bizarre thing. We were watching the film, we couldn't get over it. Oh my god, they've changed everything. And we waited and waited for the part that we were in. It was the strangest thing, There was Hollywood. I got a picture of Bette Midler walking towards us. And I wanted her to look up towards the camera, so I go, "Hey, Betty!" And then somebody whispers in her, "She doesn't like being called that." Faux pas. Ow.
What I wanted to talk about actually was
Yes.
this period from, it was actually 1976.
Yes.
From around May to December. Basically the bulk of the year.
All right.
Anyway, do you have any memories from that time? Or
76?
1976, yes.
76. Gee. It's hard to really focus on it. I'd have to think about it. I guess that was before I bought the house.
Oh yeah, for sure. Long before.
Went to California 3 or 4 times. Had my Jaguar then.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's right. Do you ever remember visiting me?
Yeah. Where were you? Were down at Charlie's though.
No, I mean in the hospital.
Oh yeah, I seen you in the hospital.
So you do remember visiting me?
Yeah, I came once. I know that.
Nice in here.
Oh, this is a great park. Oh, good. Get a nice view. You see the mountains.
Spasm. 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 So is this where Nabob used to be?
Nabob used to be at Sussex, which we've already passed. That would be where Metrotown is.
So
Actually, the Sears parking lot, probably. Maybe.
So what's the street now?
This is McKay.
Oh, okay. I know where I am now. Boy, has this ever changed? None of this was
I
here.
know, it's hard to realize it's the same place. Now, I'm not sure how we do this.
I remember when you were in the hospital, and I remembered
this
when
way.
there was a crucial point there,
see if
but
we
I don't remember when you went in the hospital. No. I remember you being in there, and I remember at a time that was really crucial, and I remember Mother coming home from the hospital one day and saying how many friends you
So the
had.
park's just down here then.
Well, I guess she went there, and there
Right.
were all these people in the
This is
room.
Patterson.
Yeah,
Wellington,
it's really
excuse me, I'm sorry.
fuzzy.
This is Wellington.
Fuzzy.
It's weird, the way all the
No, I
high
don't
rises.
remember much about it.
Yeah, it's
Makes
mind-boggling.
it look
I
different.
know, I remember there being a really
Every time I
crucial
come
time,
here,
and that
there's
must have
new
been the
buildings,
time
because I
where
don't really drive through Burnaby very
they did whatever, and
Because I
they
work
did
in
it wrong,
central
or,
Burnaby, so I don't
you
usually
know,
come up to
like I
Metro.
remember how
You ever
everybody
walk
would
around
act
here
it and how upset Mom was.
No, I did when I lived in that
that sticks out
apartment
in
in
my
Burnaby.
mind, but I
Used
don't
to ride
actually
my
remember
bike
going to the
down
hospital.
Central Park.
You don't go to Central Park at all anymore?
No. Last time I was there, I think, was my girlfriend Margaret,
Mom
to watch
remembers
a soccer
different
game.
things than I would.
the 86ers.
You know, like she'll
Her husband
remember
used to play
somebody
for,
saying something while they were
Whites-
walking down a
White
certain
Caps?
street,
which are no
and
longer.
you know, it wasn't important to me, or not that it's not important to you, but you just don't.
Shoot, I guess we're turning.
Yeah, well, let's try it. This
I
might
don't know.
be-
You just don't
Harrisburg.
remember
Yeah,
that
Harrisburg.
part.
But I don't think
Where
you can get all the way
she'll
through
remember
Sussex.
what people said at a certain
Come up to
time.
that old- what
You
was
know,
that?
I
That's
mean,
okay,
she was
we'll
probably
just-
hoping for the best, and then something happened, and she
There was
was
a Chinese
kind of
food
wondering
place there.
herself
Remember
what
my
was,
girlfriend in
you
grade
know, if
7?
everything was going to be okay.
You guys will let me in, won't you? Low.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
She used to
You
work
know, I
in
was
Fresh
quite young,
Pack or
about
something.
17, I
What it was,
guess.
yeah.
No,
And Jane
no,
Cummings, my other girlfriend,
19,
lived
20.
just down here on Patterson.
18, 19.
Look at that.
See, I've
corner
always
store
been
now.
very,
Wow, isn't that wild?
Abandoned.
well, I suppose everybody is,
No,
but
it's
I
not. It
don't
actually
like
is still
hospitals.
open.
And I get very upset when I go to them.
That's terrible, though, eh?
Yeah.
This is
I don't-
Casey Street.
Visit anybody in the grave.
My girlfriend Margaret lived just on Imperial.
I don't know whether I was given wrong information or whether I just
when she
didn't
lived in
wanna-
Burnaby. So, like, we used to always walk through the old
But
paper.
like I say, you know, I was quite young then too. I think, you know, if something like that happened now, I would see it differently.
This should be
Yeah,
Imperial.
now that we're talking, I remember you going for therapy.
No,
And I think
Maywood.
that's
Maywood.
probably why I didn't know much
Street
about it,
that
was
was
because you
on.
went for therapy for so long, and then
I always thought it was a nice street right there.
all of a sudden it was worse, and bang, you were in the
Oh,
hospital.
yeah.
And that's probably why I didn't really associate it with work, or I didn't realize that, you know, why you were there.
No traffic at all in the city. Remember Judy
Yeah,
Hopkins'
it's
sister
really
used to live
fuzzy.
in this building up here. Oh, look at the squirrel. Wow. Oh, boy, better stop.
another one.
There's another one.
So Sussex is the next street over, isn't it?
Yeah, this is Telford. We could park on Telford and walk
Yep.
over, or even park right here.
Yep,
Want to?
definitely.
Don't peck each other. We found one all covered with blood one day. Had been pecked at and its comb and had bled all over the place. And when they bleed, all the others peck at it, peck it to death. I can pick pin feathers off the dead chickens. Except they had to have their heads off them because I couldn't do it if they were looking at me. That would just really freak me out. But Pete plucked them out here, got most of the feathers off them, and then brought them in. You have to take the pliers and pull out the ends of the big feathers, and then you have to take the propane torch and singe all the little hairy feathers off. And then Pete guts them, and I and chops them up, and I wrap them all up, put them in the freezer. And what we do is we raise them and pay for the chicks and raise them, and then we charge enough for the meat to pay for our costs, so that we end up with free meat. But these are layers; they're not eaters, which we discovered when we butchered those roosters. They're pretty scrawny. They're actually they're leghorns, as in foghorn chickens. It's like hunting. When they hunt, they want to be able to make a kill before the animal knows what's hit them, because if they get adrenaline in their system, then the meat tastes bitter.
Tastes like fear.
It has a real bitter flavor to it from the adrenaline. So you want to be able to drop them before they knew what hit them, and then you get nice, tender, sweet meat. Rooster wasn't too impressed. He had crooked toes, and he had a crooked attitude as well. He kept the entire place in an upheaval. They were all uptight all the time, and he wouldn't let them eat, and was chasing them around all the time. And so he is the one that ended up in the freezer. Went into this state of suspended animation. He sort of went stiff and stayed there. Idea why. I mean, I know nothing about chickens, so. Well, I remember coming in to see you, and I remember you being completely out to lunch, to the point where you were almost neurotic. That was right after you had the original myelogram, and they'd given you the spinal, and you reacted to it. And then you did have to have it without the anesthetic, and I remember you building up to that one, psyching yourself up for that one for a while. You were stunned and amazed at how much it did hurt. Oh, hello, dear. No, you weren't despondent. You were more stunned and amazed that anything could hurt that much. I don't think you'd experienced that kind of pain before. And with them telling you had to remain conscious through all this, and you had to sort of hang on to staying awake. I fainted, but I always faint over things in my head. I've got a high pain threshold as well. My imagination makes me faint. If I see blood on too much blood in a movie, I lose it. I get dizzy and feel sick and have to get fresh air, and yet if I see real blood, I don't faint. It always sticks in my mind. When I was a kid, I could never stand Popeye cartoons because somebody was getting beaten up. I think in other cartoons, because it was animals, it was very cartoonish, whereas in Popeye, he was seriously getting thumped on. I mean, it was a fight, and it was obvious brutality. And that, I couldn't watch them. I used to have to get up and leave the room when I was a kid. And yet I could watch Roadrunner cartoons because it was just so slapstick. It was supposedly serious stuff in Popeye cartoons. I mean, he really was getting thumped out by somebody. So I can't deal with that kind of thing in movies either. I get really put off by it. And yet if somebody's laying in front of me bleeding, I'm not going to faint. And when I had my car accident, I didn't go into shock. I was in a lot of pain, and they assumed I was in shock, so they didn't give me any painkillers until they discovered half an hour later that no, I was still fully aware of every iota of pain I was having, so then they gave me something for pain. But, I wished I could forget.
With eagles eating afterbirth is that the eagle is so big
but the afterbirth is twice its size. They start working on this stuff, but afterbirth is like one big long string mess. And they end up with their mouth open going, oh, I ate too much. And they still got it hanging out of their mouth, 2 feet. They end up eating this stuff and they're sick for days. And they horse it up and oh, it's horrible. They've eaten like 2 chunks afterbirth. They ate one, figured they're real, alright, that was good. They eat the second one, they get about halfway done. And they're, whoa. And it's in their stomach, all the way into their stomach. They start eating it and it's still hanging out. And that's when people find them laying in a field going, and the vet ends up cutting it off and trying to pull out as much as he can without ripping their stomach out. They don't realize, and then all of a sudden they're full, and they still got this 3-4 feet sticking out that hasn't been eaten or digested yet. That there's no way they're gonna do it, you know. And they try and fly with that hanging out of their mouth. Your face looks like, well, I don't want to tell you what it looks like. It looks pretty disgusting, let me tell you. It's all kind of wrinkled up and, kind of, got wrinkles across here. Just old looking. Hey, he's fucking old, you know, let's face it. Yeah. You know, I really wonder about celebrating birthdays. Like, I mean, what does it mean, you know? Really? I mean, zip. I think more than anything, you're just celebrating getting old, not being young. I mean, I feel a hell of a lot. I feel like a teenager myself. I like being young. I don't want to be old. So, what the hell? Rubber face.